Who here remembers the way the muster drills used to be done on cruise ships? Who remembers pre-COVID when they would make the announcement prior to sail away? Everybody had to go to their muster station at the same time. You had to stand there in a group, packed together. And if it was hot outside and you had an outside muster station, you had to stand there in a line. You had to wait for everybody to get there. And somebody always strolled, took their time, but they couldn't start the drill until every person was there. It took 30, 45 minutes, sometimes up to an hour to get everybody where they were supposed to be so they could give you a life jacket demonstration before sending you back on your way. Now you have everybody at one time trying to get to elevators, stairs. It's a crowd. It was a mess. It was awful. Let's be honest. It was awful. The old way of doing the muster drill, who wants to go back to that? Who thinks it's a great idea if we start doing that again? Especially when you compare it to today's version of the muster drill, the e-muster. So easy, so simple. You get on the ship, you go to your muster station. You get a quick little life jacket demonstration. They scan your room key, takes 5 minutes, usually at most. And then your vacation starts. You're on your way. You don't have to deal with it anymore. Now, this is a required part of cruising. It is part of the safety drill, mandated by the U.S. Coast Guard. You have to do it. No exceptions. Yet, even with the new e-muster, there's always somebody. You hear the announcements. You hear them. Hey, we have X number of people who have not done their muster drill, have not done their safety checks. They need to hurry up. They need to do it because everybody has to be done prior to sail away. But there's some people out there that find the muster drill inconvenient. They don't like it. They especially don't like the e-muster. And their solution to that problem is to go back to the old way. Let's do it the old way. Let's crowd everybody outside. Let's make everybody do it at the exact same time. That is the best way to do it. And they are convinced that they are not the only ones, that is how you want the muster drill. Nobody likes the new e-muster drill. Nobody likes the ease. Nobody likes the convenience. But I really wonder how many people will agree with this comment. Yes, I do not get excited, and I have done 20 plus cruises, John Heald. That is because of the enforced change you have made, sending us to the muster station first. Standing in line and then waiting around for a life jacket demonstration is not an exciting way to start any cruise. Then you find out that if you don't follow these rules, your card gets suspended so that you cannot get any cocktail service. I am not alone in my thinking. Return to the previous way of doing the muster station drill. Yes, it was longer, but everybody was relaxed, and we can do what we want as soon as we get on the ship. I hope this will be considered. So they believe that going to your muster station first is not a great way to start off your cruise. And if you don't follow the rules, your cocktail service gets suspended. Well, yeah, it's going to get suspended because if it gets all the way to the point where you get your cocktail service suspended, that means it's time for sail away. That means you should have already been to your muster station. But they're not alone in their way of thinking, because if they return to the old way of doing it, then everybody is relaxed. So I ask, who is relaxed? Who was relaxed? Standing around like cattle herded together, forced to stand shoulder to shoulder with every other passenger so they could get a life jacket demonstration. Who was relaxed during the old way of doing it versus the new way? But they want this change so they can do exactly what they want once they get on board the ship. Well, hello, McFly. That's exactly how it is now. You go up the gangway. You take that beautiful first step on a cruise ship. And if the very first thing you do is go directly to your muster station, which is usually somewhere in the vicinity of where you boarded the ship, you stand in line for a couple of minutes. Takes like 5 minutes to do the muster drill now. They do a quick life jacket demonstration. They swipe your card, and then you can go do whatever you want to do on the ship, and you don't have to deal with it again. Then you can go get a cocktail. Your cocktail service will not be suspended because you've done the muster drill. And at no point do you have to stop doing what you're doing to gather every passenger together and wait for every passenger to come together. I just don't understand the thinking that, hey, we want to do what we want to do as soon as we get on the ship, and the best way to achieve that is to go back to the old muster drill instead of just knocking it out and being done with it. How does that even make sense? Everything that they complained about and said in the comment is solved by simply going to the new e-muster drill first, and then everything is taken care of. You don't have to do anything else. But you guys at home, help me out here with this one. Am I reading this wrong? Am I understanding this wrong? Does everybody really want to go back to the old way of doing it? Was it easier? Did it allow you to get on the ship and do whatever you wanted? Because to me, it seems like it would interrupt whatever you were doing right before sail away. And to me, that just doesn't make any sense. And I, for one, do not want to go back to the old way. Love the new way. Best thing that came out of COVID was the new e-muster, and I hope it never, ever goes away. And that's going to be our video for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit that like button. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone out there's having a wonderful day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.